Hey, my name is Dana from Maine Vacations, and I recently shared this photo online. This is from a session out at Marshall Point Lighthouse in Maine, and I wanted to kind of share behind the scenes of what it takes to get a shot like this. I love this picture, but it is a lot of work to get to a place where you're producing a picture like this. This post I shared recently. So I just kind of wanted to take you through like the photo session of what ended up producing this picture. I went out with my parents to Marshall Point, and I was shooting this right here, an Canon EOS M6 mirrorless, a brand new lens, and so this is, a new test for me working with this lens. But it takes a lot to finally come up with a picture that you feel satisfied with. So I wanted to walk you through kind of what that was like. So I'm going to walk you right through what I took for photos on that day. Starting out, I was like, well, this is a cool shot. So I took this from the parking lot, set up a tripod, and took a few shots. Then went down, and it did not look like the sunset was going to be very good that day. And there was a lot of people. So I was really trying to adjust everything around people, trying to figure out how to get them out of the shot, unless I could find, shots that needed people in them. But you can see everybody's walking around the rocks, so it's hard. This is a very common shot. You see people take this shot, down the entry to the lighthouse. So you see this one a lot online. Sun's starting to get low in the sky. It really didn't look like it was going to be very stellar sunset. I'm just taking a lot of shots. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll do some editing on that one later. Just taking my time, learning this lens. And so here's one on the other side of the lighthouse, light coming off it, which was kind of nice. The sun got lower in the sky. And these are all in order, by the way, so we're looking at it as the sun's going down. This is the order that I took the shots that day. Now, this would be kind of cool too, especially if I could brighten up some light inside the lighthouse. Landscape shot. There's my parents. And it's really about being patient and just taking a lot of pictures, tweaking your settings, taking more pictures, more pictures. Another thing I was fighting with was birds. And you'll see here in a little bit somebody kayaking and trying to figure out if I wanted them in the shot or didn't want them in the shot. Now the sun is starting to kind of get, brighten up some. So this is what we're all hoping for, right? The sky is starting to get some color in it. And I said the sun's brightening up. It's really just producing some color. So now I'm looking for that color to get that into the photo somehow. And still, the shots aren't reflecting that color, at least not yet. And a lot of times you won't get that until you start kind of pushing the camera a little bit with the light. Then you'll start seeing that color come out. So again, I'm just shooting and shooting and shooting. Sun's getting low. And now I'm starting to wonder if there's anything's going to come of this. Sun's pretty much gone now. And I'm overcompensating on the camera to try and pull out some color. So I'm starting to see, so still have some color in the sky in the background. And just shooting like crazy. Now it's like fire in the sky. It like turns all of a sudden, I love it. And now it's like that moment where you're trying to figure, okay, where can I be? Because you only really have, you got a few quick minutes of this, 3 or 4 or 5 minutes where you're really just trying to capture that sunset, that light, I know it's just a lot of me scrolling through pictures, but this is to emphasize that it takes a lot of work to finally get a shot that you feel good about. So don't give up. Keep taking photos. I'm a big proponent of actually using a camera, not just your phone, but you got to use what you have access to. Again, birds fighting that, and you see I'm drawing out the exposure time a little bit here. See how the birds before were nice and clear. Well, my shutter time slowed down some here now. So this is, you know, what you're going to get. And that light in the lighthouse, I did not edit that. That's actually coming out now. Before we couldn't even hardly see it. A lot of blurry shots, and probably now there we go. What I was going to say was probably I was didn't have the tripod and was trying to just do some by hand. So now we're starting to get that light that really looks great. The reflections on the rocks, you know, that color in the rocks starts to come out and end up with something that we can use here. Now, as I'm flipping through these photos, you know, when you're flipping through photos and you find, oh, there's a shot that you stop and pause that. That's exactly what I was doing when I selected the shot, this shot here. It's a guy in a rowboat in the background there. I was trying to also keep him out of the photo. Wow, that light in the lighthouse is so bright right now. So that was the set, and the photo I used was that one. Come on. There we go. One back here. And was able to brighten it up in Photoshop. That looks a little different. Well, but I'm pretty sure that's the shot. It's not quite the same, is it? Where is it? Well, it is here. I am missing it somehow. There it is. That is the shot right there. So I was able to take this, put it in Lightroom, brighten it up some, get the light drawn out of the lighthouse a bit more. But that's it. So only a few hundred shots in, you know, is what it takes to get yourself to finally a photograph that you can use. Anyway, if you're out there and you take photographs, or you're trying to take photographs, and listen, I am new to this. I am definitely not a pro by any stretch of the imagination. I am a hack. So go out there, get a lot of shots. Don't be afraid to toy around with your camera settings. I think that's what it really comes down to, is messing with those camera settings to finally get the you know, draw out the color as best you can in the photograph. And I'll be honest, I forgot to shoot RAW this day, so I was shooting just JPEGs, but I was still able to capture this and draw this out in Lightroom. So don't get discouraged by the amount of shots you have to take, and just whatever you can do, try and pull up maybe some color in post-production. I really didn't want to overdo it. You can see that I'm just trying to bring out these reds and everything. Sometimes people get the tendency in Lightroom to just draw it all out and it looks fake. I don't really like that, but anyhow, that's just my personal taste. So have a great day.